Hello, I'm Allie Duzette. This is my baby Catherine. She is 6 weeks old, and she's going to be my model for today's lesson. Today, I wanted to teach you the poor man's foot zone. I've taught this to one group of people, and really no one since. And I thought, oh, I should make a video about how to do this because it's kind of fun, but who will want to be my model? But fortunately, I have a model with a very tiny foot, so it'll be easy to show you on the screen. If I can figure out how to hold her up the right way, we'll figure it out. Okay, so the poor man's foot zone, I call it that because it's a really simplified way of using your foot to interact with your whole body and your chakra system. So I guess we'll just jump right in. Okay, ma'am, you want to be my model? Come here, you little doll. She is the best baby. She is so nice. Okay, come here, ma'am. Let's show off your baby feet. Okay, so here's a foot. Okay, now in a foot zone, if you ever had a foot zone or know anything about reflexology, you know that down here at the bottom of the foot is the bottom of the foot is where the genitals go, and like the bottom of your bowels and everything like that, and your ankle and everything, like right down there is like womb stuff, circulation to the leg type of stuff. Basically, that ends up being your root chakra. Your root chakra on your foot corresponds to the area right here. And so when it comes to chakras, your whole chakra system, you can work on it through your feet. Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't normally hold her like this. Oh, do you have smiles? Nope. Okay. So the bottom, we have the root chakra. A little bit higher, we have the sacral chakra. Right there in the middle of the foot, in this stripe right here, you will have the solar plexus chakra, number 3, the yellow one, the seat of the identity that corresponds with all of your innards that are right in there, you know. Up here is the heart. Okay, really in the foot zoning that I have learned through several different, I did one training and then I've been to a lot of foot zoners, but the heart area is kind of like right in there. I'm sorry, she is not a great model for this after all, actually, it turns out, but she's so cute, we're just gonna run with it. Okay, so up here is gonna be the stripe for the heart chakra, and then, oh, excuse me, wow, thanks, baby, okay. Okay, where your toes hook in, that line, right in there, is gonna correspond to the throat chakra. And then the top of the toes will correspond to the third eye. So that will be like the pad of all of those toes, which in foot zoning also corresponds to like the sinuses. The big toe is your brain, which obviously contains the pineal gland, which is the true seat of the third eye. And then the area right above the toes is going to correspond to the crown chakra, which goes right up here in our own bodies. So it's like not even really, or like very on the very tip, you know, it's like right in there. Pink. Okay, so what do we do with this information? So we're going to picture our feet as being kind of banded, right? We have these seven stripes along the foot. Okay, so say you are having problems. Oh, excuse me, that's my driveway doorbell. Anyway, so you have these stripes on your foot that correspond with your chakras. And so whatever problem that you're having in your life, if you can find out what chakra it corresponds to, that can be the part of your foot that you work on. So say you are dealing with money issues. Money issues are typically rooted in the root chakra, which corresponds to the very bottom of your heel. Let's show off, baby head. Let's do it. Right in there. So that is the place that you would massage while taking deep breaths and really trying to tune into the energy of the financial problem at hand, where you would say, you know, body, what is your block against, you know, my financial goal or whatever, and see what entered into your mind as you were rubbing out that part of your foot. In foot zones that I do when I have a client that comes to me for that kind of hands-on work, the thing that I like to do is just touch their foot and ask their body, you know, what's going on in here, body? And I will pretty much always hear in my mind what's going on. It might be a word like anxiety or panic, or I might see kind of a picture, and it will usually be a symbolic representation of the issue at hand. And you can do this for your own self, and it could be easier for you because you are you and you already know your life experiences. And sometimes it's harder for people to work on their own selves because they have so many blocks against what the real answer is. Sorry, I have a hungry hippo here apparently. You hungry, baby? And so you can go through and ask yourself, you know, what is the block pertaining to my finances, and see what comes into your mind. But alternatively, if you really rub into your feet, you will find out, you're going to find these trigger points, and they're like little knots in your feet. And if you can rub them out with your knuckle perhaps, or if you have a massage wand, like a stone thing that you can use to rub out your knots in your feet, if you can rub out the corresponding knot to your emotional problem, the emotional problem will go also, which is one of the really magical things about foot zoning, is that as you work out the triggers in your feet, the emotional issues that correspond will go as well. So in my own foot zones that I do on other people, I don't like to dig in and rub stuff out, because what I find is if I can just touch the trigger and ask it what its problem is and get them to breathe out the emotion involved, the next time you rub the trigger, it's gone. When we release our emotional issues, our feet actually change in response, which is pretty amazing. So at least that's been my own experience. And foot zoning is definitely not my area of expertise, so let me be clear. I dabble, you know, but that has been my experience. So what you can do is go through and make a list of the things that you're dealing with in your life right now, struggles and things that you want changed. And then what you will do is find out which chakra that they correspond to, and you can Google up, like, what are the chakras if you don't know, or I have a class here on my YouTube channel about what the chakras are and what they do. And so once you find the corresponding chakra, you can just start rubbing your feet and giving yourself a foot massage in those precise areas of your foot, and just be really attuned to the problem and see what you feel as you rub out your foot. When you find those triggers, you rub them out. And the whole time you just ask yourself, you know, what is the real issue here? And see what comes into your mind, and see what clarity it gives you, and maybe what emotions come up that you could breathe out and release and let go of, and see how that goes. But I really would encourage you to try an experiment where for maybe a week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks or a month, you give yourself a brief foot massage every night before bed, where you rub out the bottom of your foot in the root chakra zone, and then move up to the sacral zone, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and then you can just like rub the top of your toes at the end for your crown, and just see what things change in your life over the course of that time that you're experimenting. Maybe one foot zone will not make a huge difference in your life, but maybe it will. But the thing that creates drastic change is consistency. So giving a practice enough time to make a difference in your life is very crucial, and to perform an action every day until these changes take place is really important. Anyway, I hope you try it. I hope you let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Let me know. Email me. I want to hear from you. And thanks for watching from me and baby Catherine. Have a good day.